Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and this is a First 4 Figures resin statue. Now this thing is beautiful. Gorgeous even. However, the MSRP on this guy is about $300, and that seems to be like the starting price for these figures. So this is mainly meant for people with either deep pockets or people who make bad financial decisions. Like I do. So these things are expensive, as beautiful as they are, and there's a reason I only have one. For now. And this is a First 4 Figures PVC statue. Now these ones are a bit more affordable. These ones, depending on who you get and when you get it, these guys are going to go for about $100 more or less. But then some people will make the argument that they don't have the space for something like this. Now what if I told you that First 4 Figures is releasing a product that's not only $15, but also is small enough for you to put virtually anywhere. And that product is called Figgies. But we didn't just get Sonic. We got Tails. We got Knuckles. We got Metal Sonic. Now, Figgies come in waves of 4 of whatever franchise they have. Now, this is not going to be the only video game characters they're going to make. They're also going to make other characters like Banjo-Kazooie, or if you're a fan of Castlevania, they'll do those too. But if you're more into anime, they'll do stuff that I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Frieren. My fiance loves that show. They're doing those ones too. And there's many more IPs that they plan on doing as well. However, we're going to focus on Sonic because I love Sonic. Now, this product releases on June 4th. However, if you want to get 24-hour access, as well as having a 5% coupon code for whenever you make your order, there will be a link down below for you to sign up. Not only does it help you out on getting this stuff early as well as getting you a coupon, but it also helps me out, so I'd really appreciate it if you signed up. Now, even if you don't use that coupon immediately, you can use that anytime before 2025. So if you want to make a big order and save a decent amount, there you go. So we're going to unbox these guys, and we're going to get a closer look at these guys. So we're going to focus on just Sonic for now, but then we'll dive into the other ones. Now this is going to cater for anybody that likes them either in the box or out of the box, because these little guys have little magnets on the back of them that put them onto a little magnetic card in the back. So you can already see that set up already in the box. So if you want to hang this on a wall and still admire the art, you're good to go. But taking a look at the whole box, we got our little sticker to prove that this is authentic. Then we got our characters, so we got Sonic, Pop Magnet Collectible, and this is the product number throughout the whole Figgies line. We got a little first edition tag right up here, so if you want to ensure first editions through the rest of your collection, again, sign up for that link down below. Then we got a little artist proof sticker right here, which, by the way, these designs of these Sonic characters, like this pixelated style, the Sonic ones in particular were designed by Tyson Hess. So if that appeals to you, then sweet. I'm pretty sure the average Joe probably won't care, but if you're a true Sonic nut, you'll love that. That's a great fun fact. And then on the front of it, you get a little introduction video on exactly what Figgies is and how you can set them up, how they're magnetic, how they have a little display stand, you can have a little wall mount. We'll get more into that later. And then a reversible metal card background. And there will be a Figgies app. As of this recording, it's not available yet. However, when it does come out, you'll be able to track your collection. On the back of the figure, there will be a little QR code that you can scan so you can tell it's a first edition, as well as have an individual serial number. And then there'll be a whole thing called FiGGYZ, which is going to launch later this year, and there's going to be a lot more perks with it, but we'll get into that when that comes out. And then on one side, it will show the figure with its background and the rest of the wave, and then the other side is going to show the other side of the card. Then on the back, it'll show the character, the card, the stand, and the magnetic sticker. Now, if you want to display this figure on this card, you don't need that sticker. This is meant for if you want to put this either on the fridge or on the wall or wherever you want to put it. And then again, it shows the different sides, the magnetic sticker on the wall, the different characters. You can scan this to get the app. You can earn rewards, as well as you can like make your own little decks of Figgies figures, so you can see who all you have and get them all. Kind of like a pretty big and powerful IP that does the exact same thing. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. But without further ado, let's finally open this up. I love the fact that you can see the art card already in the package, just so if you do want to keep this in the box, you can just hang on the wall and still get the full admiring of like seeing him with his little art card. And look at that. I guess we could just pull this right out. Oh, okay. So have a little thing so it doesn't scrape the cards, but even then, the cards are enclosed in little wrapping. So then there is Sonic himself. Then once we get the setup, we'll get a closer look at it. And then we got the Figgy stand. Joy with every piece. I like that. And then there's this guy. You can feel the weight on this as well, because it's a fully magnetic card. It's not like Bakugan where it's like a magnet within a card. No, this is a fully magnetic card. Like, this is printed on metal. And this just pops on like that. Oh, okay. I like how it like pops out like from the image. Kinda almost like a shadow box, which, speaking of. So if you use the magnetic sticker within that, and you set it up in a frame, you could absolutely make shadow boxes out of this guy. That would be fire. But then there's a little envelope in here. I don't know what this is yet, but this is your little 3M sticker. I'm going to save this for now, because I don't know where I'm going to put these yet. However, let's see what's inside here. Inside here. Okay, so in here, you're going to be able to scratch this code, and you're going to be able to use this to earn more points within the app. Pretty much like how First 4 Figures comes with a little code for their statues, so you can earn more points to save on other First 4 Figure statues. But until that launches, we're going to put that back in the little envelope, because I don't want to lose this. But anyway, we just set this up right on here, I guess. Yeah, and that just tucks right in, and it's pretty solid too. That's not falling off. Very nice. And then on the back of it, you can see the little QR code that you're going to be able to scan to, like, within the Figgies app. And I love the pixelated art to it and how it looks kind of, I don't want to say chibi, but it's definitely stylized for sure. It kind of reminds me of like Gaia Online a little bit, but without those giant anime eyes. But if you don't know what Gaia Online is, you're probably younger than 30. But let's put him back onto this little magnetic card, and let's get a closer look at it. As you can see how well he pops off from the background, as well as just looking overall gorgeous. And again, if you want to put it onto the other side and then just put Sonic on that way, you can definitely do that for sure. But I personally love having more of a diorama look, so I'm going to keep him with the Green Hill Zone. And I love the quality on these prints as well. Now, every character within Figgies is going to have this pixelated art style as well. But me personally, I want to grab the Yu-Gi-Oh ones. Outside of Sonic, I'm definitely grabbing the Yu-Gi-Oh ones. And when I told my fiance they were making free Ren, she's like, oh, we need those too. So although this is an affordable product, for me personally, this is going to get expensive. But before we open this up, let's get a closer look at Tails. So with Tails, we get to see his background with his little workshop. And again, this is going to be the same details that we saw on the Sonic one. So not only will you see the blue background, as well as your diorama-like background. Again, the rest of the wave. And then the same thing that we saw from the Sonic one, just with Tails in it. So we're going to open this up and we're going to get a closer look. Like, I love how these look. These look so stinking cute. Alright, so we're going to take that out. We're gonna get that magnetic card. Look at that. Look at him in his own little workshop. You get to see his little house. You get to see a little, was that a swing set? I don't remember where this art came from specifically. If anybody knows, please let me know, because this is absolutely adorable and I want to know where exactly it came from. Alright, then we got our base. And then we got our little 3M sticker as well as our little envelope. We'll keep that in there for now. So we're going to put this on the base. Put our little tails there. And look at them! That is so stinking cute! Yeah, I love this. This is fantastic. This is cute. Well, we got to make room for the rest of them. Alright. Now it's time for Knuckles. Alright, here's Knuckles. And then you get to see his little background, which we'll get a closer look at that. Again, blue background, proper background, the characters, all this fun jazz. Let's just open it up. I'm excited. Open that up. Alright, there we go. Here's a good look at Knuckles. I like how he looks a little bit beefy in his chest. Kind of reminds me of how he looks in, you know, Sonic movie 2 and 3. Get our base, get our art card, take that out. And there he is in front of the Master Emerald as well as the mural. How cool looking is that? And of course, you know, the blue background, but look at that! So of course, we gotta set it up with this base. And look at that! You can even have him standing on top of the Master Emerald. Oh, look at that! I love that! This is cool. I love this. Which, by the way, I know what Knuckles sounds like, but I can't unhear Idris Elba's Knuckles. I don't know, like, it's not tainted for me forever, but looking at that, yeah, I'm thinking Idris Elba, baby. And then we got Metal Sonic. Again, blue background and Stardust Speedway. Oh, it says themed background. That's definitely a much better term. I wish I would have read that. I'm silly. Classic background. All this fun jazz. Let's open it. Ooh. All right. So then we get Metal Sonic. Look at that. Get our stand. Get our card. Look at that Stardust Speedway. I can already hear it from the metal card. So let's set him up and yeah, there we go. Look at him. All right, I'm gonna pull out the Sonic one for now because as you can tell, the way that these are set up, they are meant so heroes face one way as well as the villain slash rival faces the other way. So you can have it look kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You can set up a little diorama to make it look like they're like facing each other. And I'm really excited for the Yu-Gi-Oh ones because you can have Yugi and Kaiba facing each other with their Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. I'm so in. Or if they do Street Fighter, you can have like Ryu and Ken, or I don't know, insert hero here and insert villain here, and there you go. But yeah, I love how they like pop out from the background. Like, so it kind of looks like a shadow box. Like, it looks fantastic. And because these are magnetic, if you really want to push boundaries, you can have Sonic on Stardust Speedway with Metal Sonic, or you can have Sonic visit Tails. Obviously, it shouldn't look like that. That looks silly. However, point is, you can rearrange these however you want. If you want to have Sonic go into a duel with Kaiba, looking at him in front of a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can do that. They're magnetic. You can do whatever you want with these. Or, if you want, you can take this little Sonic, or whoever character you want to get, and put him on the fridge and have him hold up whatever, I don't know, piece of paper you want on the fridge. Sure, I have a good amount of Sonic pins. They look good on my bag, but honestly, having a Sonic magnet to hold up whatever, like if I don't want to display it here, or if you don't want to display this here, and you could just have these as a little magnet on your fridge, that is so stinking cute. I love that. However, this all looks great, but there's more to it. You ever open up like a pack of cards and you find that chase? You know, the thrill of looking for the grail card in that pack? What if I told you there's something like that in Figgies? Now, let's say you buy one of these off the shelf at whatever retail store you think of. There are chances you can get different backgrounds. Now, they won't be obvious, like, from the package. You're not going to be able to see what the chase is. Now, they're going to be in a little white envelope in the box. You're not going to be able to see it because the main art card's going to cover that. However, it's going to be in a little white envelope so nothing scratches it. However, you can get either a bronze card, a silver card, or a gold card. Now, the chances of you getting each of these, there is a 6% chance of getting a bronze card, a 3% chance of getting a silver card, and a 1% chance of getting a gold card. And again, these are magnetic, so you can put whatever character you want on that. So if you want to perfectly line it up with the character that you got, so it makes a fantastic like little background for that, you can do that. And then on the back, it's going to show the wave of who else you have. So let me get this out so I can actually properly show it. But yeah, it'll show Sonic, Tails, Metal Sonic, Knuckles, and it'll just like do that design throughout. And it'll say first edition on the bottom. And again, same thing with these guys. So, if you want to go nuts, that's an option for you. Now, when the Figgies app comes out, we will do a video separately on that app, because I am very curious to that. But if you want to grab these cute little things, again, a link will be down on the pinned comments so you can sign up. Doesn't cost you anything to sign up, so when these things do release, you do have an early chance of getting your stuff early so you can get first editions, as well as maybe, just maybe, getting one of these little chase cards in there as well. You can buy these as a whole set, and I believe it is a reduced price versus buying each one individually. But when more Sonic Figgies come out, I do plan on doing videos on all of them because I love this. However, thank you for watching this. If you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's going to be places where you can sign up for this, as well as my link tree if you want to follow me on any social media. And again, pin comment to sign up for this, and thank you for watching. I love you guys to death, and I'll see you on the next one. So peace, peace.